This story was sent to us by Sanne de Vries, a live-in caregiver from the Netherlands. She asked to stay anonymous at first, but later agreed to share her name. What she experienced in that house still keeps her up at night. And after you hear it, you might understand why. My name is Sanne de Vries. I'm 35 years old, and I've been working in elderly care for over 7 years now. It's the kind of job that teaches you patience, quiet, and how to live inside your own head. And for the most part, I like it. But there's one job, just one, that I will never forget. In October of 2021, I was hired by a wealthy family to take care of their elderly mother, Elsbeth van Houten. She was 87 years old and lived alone in an old estate just outside The Hague. Her children lived abroad, and they wanted someone to move in and care for her full time. When I arrived at the house, it was beautiful, but unsettling. Tall ceilings, antique furniture, silence so deep it felt like the walls were holding their breath. The first weeks. At first, everything went fine. Elspeth was polite and soft-spoken. Every morning, she drank coffee at exactly 8 a.m. while listening to old French waltzes. She loved books and rarely turned on the television, but the thing that stood out most to me was the photo on the fireplace. A young man, black and white, sharp jawline, strong stare. Underneath it, Thijs van Houten, 1972 to 2006. Her son. She told me he died in a car accident in 2006. Drove off a bridge late at night. They found the body 4 days later. She didn't cry when she told me. She just stared out the window and said, "He still visits sometimes. I feel him in the house." I thought it was grief, the kind that never really goes away. But I didn't ask any more questions. The fourth week. It was around 2 a.m. when she knocked on my bedroom door. I was half asleep, but her voice was clear. "My son in the garden. He wants to speak with you." I froze. I reminded her gently that her son had passed away years ago, but she just smiled. Didn't say a word, just turned and started walking downstairs. I followed her. The garden door was open. The cold wind hit my face. There were footprints in the grass, like someone had just walked across it, but no one was there. She stood in the doorway and whispered, "Thijs is out there. He's calling for me, but he wants to meet you first." I gently brought her back inside and helped her to bed, but I couldn't sleep. And in the morning, I checked the security cameras. The footage at 2:13 a.m., the camera caught a figure standing just beyond the garden gate. It was tall, still. Then it moved, stepped through the gate, and slowly walked toward Elsbeth's window. It stood there, perfectly still, for exactly 7 minutes, then turned around and disappeared into the darkness. I watched that clip 4 times. Then I deleted it. I didn't want to know if it happened again. The conversation. Later that day, Elsbeth looked at me and said, in the same calm voice, "He likes you." He felt safe. I said nothing. She kept going. "Thijs doesn't walk alone anymore. Talking to someone. It helps." It felt like she was studying me. Like she was watching my reaction for something. Approval. Fear. I don't know. But I nodded. And I knew I couldn't stay. The last night. I decided to leave the next morning. But that night, I woke up again. The window was open. I got up to close it and glanced outside. Someone was standing in the garden, not moving, just watching. I shut the window and pulled the curtains. Didn't sleep at all that night. Leaving the next morning, I packed my bags. Elsbeth hugged me at the door, then leaned in and whispered, "He liked you, but please, don't come back. He wouldn't like that." Since then, I've never taken another live-in job. I still work with the elderly, but I always go home at night. And sometimes, even now, I wake up and check the window, but I've never seen that figure again. Still, I feel like he's watching. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Who knows, the next story might be yours.